I checked my phone just as I reached for the office door to lock up. Laura's message lit up the screen. Turning in early tonight? Nothing else followed. No warmth, no explanation, no good night, just a short sentence that felt oddly final. Anyone else might have brushed it off. Assumed she was tired, thought nothing of it. But after years together, I had learned that what she didn't say often mattered more than what she did. My name is Ethan. I work as a project manager, a role that trains you to notice patterns, to stay patient, to observe quietly before making decisions. I used to believe those skills helped me at home too. I thought I understood Laura well, enough to sense when she was genuinely exhausted or when she was slowly creating distance without admitting it. That evening, something about the message unsettled me. The tone was steady, almost too composed, like someone who felt no need to explain themselves. It didn't feel like sleep she was choosing. It felt like something else. As usual, I didn't react immediately. Observation first, action later. When I got home, the house was still. Soft lighting filled the living room. The faint scent of lavender drifted through the air from her diffuser. I checked the hallway. Everything appeared ordinary. Too ordinary. Yet a quiet instinct urged me to open the security camera app. I'd installed recently. Not out of suspicion, but because I trusted facts more than reassurances. I scrolled to the live feed. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't panicking. I just watched. At first, the room looked empty. Then the bedroom door shifted slightly. A shadow moved across the floor. Moments later, a man stepped into view, moving carefully, confidently, like someone who knew the space and the timing well. Laura had no idea I was watching. She didn't hear my phone unlock. In that instant, every unexplained late night, every hushed call, every vague excuse from the past few months aligned perfectly. I didn't confront her. I didn't raise my voice or send angry messages. I simply kept watching, absorbing every detail. Experience had taught me that when someone reveals who they are without knowing it, reacting only blurs the truth. Silence sharpens it. I replayed the footage slowly, studying each moment. The man was tall, relaxed, moving through the bedroom as though it were familiar territory. Laura was comfortable, unguarded, even quietly amused. When she laughed, something inside me settled. Not pain, not fury, but understanding. That sound used to belong to me. Now it didn't. I thought about all the times she claimed she was too tired, too busy, too overwhelmed for closeness. I had tried to meet her halfway, offering patience instead of pressure, listening instead of accusing. Still, the distance kept growing. It was never about exhaustion. It was about decisions. And decisions always leave footprints. The next morning, she texted like everything was normal. Morning. Slept great. I didn't answer. There was nothing to say. I went on with my day, focused, calm. Friends noticed the change before I did. I seemed lighter, less tense, more present. Simple things felt sharper. Coffee in the morning, workouts at the gym, quiet walks in the evening. I stopped pouring energy into a place where it wasn't valued. Silence became a tool. Patience became power. By evening, she sensed the shift. Her messages multiplied. Why aren't you replying? Did I do something wrong? Please talk to me. I read them all and sent none back. I didn't block her. I didn't threaten her. I let the absence of my response reflect her actions back to her. Soon the unease showed. She checked her phone constantly, stepped out more often, looked around as if expecting to be watched. That awareness was enough. She realized something had changed, that I was no longer playing my role in the imbalance she had created. Days passed and my routine settled. I came home when I wanted. I spent evenings reading, working on projects I had abandoned, reconnecting with friends who had drifted away. The apartment felt lighter, calmer, no longer charged with uncertainty. My peace was no longer tied to her mood or attention. The space I reclaimed spoke for me. One night, she came home earlier than usual. I was in the kitchen preparing a simple meal, completely at ease. She paused in the doorway, scanning the room, searching for anger or tension. There was none. Just quiet certainty. The confidence she once carried so easily was gone, replaced by doubt. "Ethan, we need to talk," she said carefully. I didn't rush to respond. I nodded, letting the silence do the work. She tried to explain, to justify, to soften what couldn't be undone. I listened only to patterns, not excuses. "I'm not angry," I said evenly. "I'm clear. You chose your path. I chose mine." There was nothing left to debate. My detachment carried more weight than any argument could have. Over the following days, her messages turned desperate. She tried to pull me back into the dynamic where she held control. I stayed steady, focused on myself. Eventually, she understood that clarity can't be reversed once it settles in. The balance had shifted. By the end of the month, I had moved on completely. I rebuilt connections, chased postponed goals, and recovered energy I hadn't realized I was giving away. Laura reached out one final time. Her words stripped of confidence, almost fragile. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. Watching her face the results of her own choices quietly, without drama from me, was enough. And for the first time in a long while, I felt free, fully, undeniably free.